This is Simone Biles, a four-time gold medal winner of the Olympics. She is one of the greatest athletes the United States has seen. It is stated by College Board symbols that Simone Biles, in Simone Biles, in the most human meaning of courage, Simone Biles states herself, "I just don't trust myself as much as I used to. I have never felt like this way before, and no, the mental is not there." If Simone Biles, a legend of her sport, breaks from pressure, what makes you think that a student won't break from pressure from their parents, or from school? My name is Rafael Bones, and my question that we will be answering is, how does pressure affect students from different cultures to perform in school? My answer is that pressure negatively affects school performance. The problem here is the lack of awareness that parents and schools have on their students. In Julian Teresa's Cultural Variations in Parenting, we see different cultures in how they parent. For example, we have the Caucasians, who have an authoritative style focused on respect and punctuality. Similar to the Caucasians are the Asian Americans, who have a controlling parenting style focused on goals and success. African Americans, on the other hand, and Hispanics, it said that they don't have a certain parenting style. Hispanics, they said if there was one style, it would be permissive, while African American and Hispanics both can be nurturant, permissive, and authoritative. These two things lead to two different problems. It's too much pressure and not enough pressure. Too much pressure on a student can lead to lots of stress. This may cause underperformance in not just academics, but in other parts of life. Not enough pressure is put on a student, it can lead to them not caring about their academics and a landslide of bad decisions. Although these two things are different, there's one thing that parents can all agree on, is that they all want success for their kids. When a young kid is put to choose to please their parents' dreams versus their own dreams, it puts them in a big decision, pressuring them. Parents don't see how it negatively affects them. They think that they are helping, but the truth is that they are not. They're putting them in a bad situation. Next, we will get into racial disparities in school. Oh yeah. Not only do minority students face pressure from their parents, but also from their teachers. When they face such racial issues from their teachers, they are often punished harder than others, creating frustration. We see this punishment through school suspension. It is concluded in Edward Morse's study, it is shown with white people being the control group compared to African Americans and Latinos. It is shown that African Americans are 7 times more likely to be suspended from school than white. Then it is then shown that Latinos are 2 times more likely to be suspended in school over whites. Next, we will see the effects of this suspension. When a student is first suspended, it creates frustration. This is because attention shows no positive reinforcement on a student. This will then anger a student and they will start not to believe in the school system. Once they do not believe in the school system, this leads to repetition. The student will not believe in the system and they will do it over and over again. Once they do it over again, it will cause their grades to drop. And this is because, as stated in Edward Morse's study, that school suspension has been correlated with low academic performance and higher risk of dropout. This brings me to my solutions. How does it all affect the students' academics? School suspension brings down student academics by not putting them to learn. Parents then get mad at their kids for getting in trouble, and also, since they're not learning, their grades are also dropping. This pressure later put on by students on the school and their parents brings a major problem on pressure and stress, farther bringing down their academics. This leads to my solutions. Parents, they must understand that they have to put their kids' goals in front of their own to have success for their kids and not cause more problems. As a student, you must learn to accept pressure, as pressure will always be a thing, and you must learn how to handle it and be able to speak up. Schools must have students take mental classes where they will learn what's good and bad for their health. Although these solutions are great, we have some limitations. It is hard for a parent to accept their students' goals if they go against their own standards. Schools have so many students that it's hard to see the effects that they have on them, and racism in schools is simply a problem that cannot be solved easily. Students often are too scared to show weakness and don't understand that it is normal to feel pressure and let their ego down and speak up about it. So in conclusion, it is hard to tell what factors affect the student the most, as different cultures have different factors. This being said, each family's approach should be one conducive to a child's overall well-being within their cultural context. Thank you. Here are my sources.
Thank you. Okay. How valid and reliable were your sources that you used, and how do you know they were?
I know they were valid and reliable because they were College Board stimulus, and the rest were found on a public library online, and they were academic journals.
Okay. And if you had more time, what additional research would you do?
If I had more time, I would try and find research on their grades to prove with grades themselves that other cultures have better grades than others due to the performance, and the different cultures have like the pressure they feel.